So Black Friday is going on almost everywhere, which means this is the time to get the sweetest deals and discounts in almost every category. And photography is not different. Now, there can never be enough gear for a photographer. I think you know that. And I'm also guilty of that. I also have that photographer's itch, like you, when you see that new lens or new camera on the market. And if there is a 30% off or a 20% off, even a 5% off, you really want to get your hands on that. So, yesterday I found some Black Friday deals and I thought of making this video to share them with you also. I hope you can save some money while getting your favorite camera or lens or whatever you want. So, the way we will do this is by covering cameras and lenses, followed by lighting and then some editing software. Before I start, I want to make a small disclaimer. This video is not sponsored by any manufacturer or brand that I will be talking about. I mean, I really don't have that much subscribers and views to get sponsored in all honesty, so it doesn't even matter. So anything that I talk about in this video is something that I found yesterday. Nothing is sponsored. Everything is fine. Let's dive in. Let's start with cameras and Sony in general. Now it's no secret that Sony makes probably one of the best digital cameras in the market, especially mirrorless cameras. Its alpha range of cameras really have a cult following among both hobby and professional photographers. Right now Sony is offering really good discounts on some of its alpha range of cameras. I found this Alpha 7 III that comes with a 35mm full frame sensor for 1140 euros. That's about 250 euros less than the original price. I also found this Alpha 6600 with APS-C sensor for just 949 euros, which is still 250 euros less than the original price. When talking about really awesome digital cameras, Canon is no exception. Right now it's offering Black Friday deals for almost every type of equipment you can think of, including cameras and lenses. You can get a Canon EOS R10 mirrorless camera with an 18 to 150 zoom lens for around 1400 euros, which is 50 euros less than the original price. If that's a bit over your budget, you can also get the same camera body but with an 18 to 45mm zoom lens for around 1200 euros, which is again 50 euros less than the original price. If you want to choose your lens separately, you can get this Canon EOS R8 with an interchangeable lens mount for 1600 euros, which is still 200 euros less than the MRP. I also found this Panasonic Lumix S5D full frame camera with an 18 to 40mm lens for 1169 euros. However, I must say I don't like this focal length personally. It seems a bit too less for the money it's asking. I also found this really good guide on Black Friday Camera Deals 2024. I will link it in the description below. Feel free to check it out. Now let's move on to lenses, because there's not much you can do with the camera body anyways. We have to have a really good lens. Starting with Sony, I found this 85mm f1.8 macro lens for 400 euros, which is 100 euros less than the original price. It also comes with an E-mount, so it's compatible with all Sony Alpha cameras. Likewise, I also found this 24 to 70mm zoom lens with an aperture of f4. Now, this comes at 550 euros, which is 200 euros less than the original price. However, the aperture here is a bit too low, so you will need really strong, good lighting to make up for that. However, I later came across this 70 to 200mm f4 zoom lens. Now, at 900 euros after discount, it's still a bit expensive than the last one, but it makes much more sense. But the best part was this one. This is an 85mm f1.4 macro lens, and this at 1200 euros is a steal. Going back to Canon, I only found a few options to choose from. This is the 85mm f2 macro lens, which you can get for 600 euros. You only get 50 euros cashback, but I still think it's a great alternative. I also found this 18 to 150mm f3.5 to 6.3 zoom lens. Now, for this to work, again you really need to have very strong and good lighting, which I assume you already have. You can get this one for 512 euros, which is 10% less than the original price. Now, Nikon is also one of the biggest players in the digital camera space, and I have seen a lot of professional photographers use Nikon camera and gear. Having said that, Nikon is offering probably the biggest discounts for Black Friday as far as I have seen till now. For example, you can get this 58mm lens for 1300 euros, which is 500 euros less than the original price. However, if you are looking at Nikon, a lot of the lenses are now going out of stock, so you might want to hurry up. Moving on from lenses, let's talk about lighting, and the one brand that comes to mind is GODOX. Now, GODOX is actually offering really big discounts. It's calling it the Black Month, although I'm not sure it's politically correct. But you can get up to 40% off on GODOX lighting. You can get up to 40% off on all SL series lamps. You can get this SL153 for 224 euros, which is actually 40% less than the original price. I'm actually shooting with this same light right now to my left, and it's pretty amazing. If that's above your budget, you can also go with this GODOX SL100 watt light. You can get this for 117 euros, which is 40% less than its original price of 195 euros. If you have the budget and you want to go for something much stronger, you can check the M series lights. Although personally I found all of them way over my budget, but if I had to choose one, I will pick the GODOX M600D. Now you can get it for 1127 euros, again 30% less than the original price. Now that we have got ourselves our favorite camera, lens and lighting, the last part to cover is editing, and for that we need a really good photo editing software. However, I recently made a video about 3 free alternatives to Adobe's Photoshop. You might want to check that out if you want to save some money. The last option is actually very good and it shouldn't really exist. Adobe, however, surprised me. It's offering much more than I expected. You get the whole Creative Cloud suite for straight on 50% off for the first year. I mean, I didn't expect that. Then if you are a student or an apprentice, you get the whole Creative Cloud for 70% off instead of 50 and 20% on top of that. That's really cool, and I wish I was a student right now. You can also get the Lumina Neo for up to 84% off. You get to choose between a 1 year or a lifetime subscription. Lastly, you can also look at Photo AI from Topaz Labs. Here you can get the whole suite for over 50% off. And lastly, Capture One is offering a small discount for its all-in-one subscription. Alright, so these are the Black Friday deals that I found. I hope you get some value out of this, and hopefully you get to save a lot of money while getting your favorite gear. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel. You know, it really gives me a lot of encouragement to make content like this. If you also happen to know any deals, discounts or offers that I haven't mentioned in the video, please feel free to share in the comments below. Also, I'll be excited to see what you got for yourself. That would be cool. Alright, so I will see you in the next one. Bye.